Hey guys, Sam Miller from Bushnell Precision. Today I'm going to demonstrate how the Bushnell Revlimiter zero stop works and how to adjust it once you get your zero set. Now both of these scopes are the Bushnell XRS II. These are in the Elite Tactical line. For those of you who have been watching my videos a lot, you'll recognize this rifle. This is the one that I used for the load development series this past winter. It actually has a new tube on it. So the 260 Remington barrel that was on that rifle, or on this rifle, came off at about 2,100 rounds. It was still shooting okay, but I had a break in all the stuff that was going on, and I said, you know what, I better just spin up a new tube now in anticipation of a pretty big round count over the next couple of months. So it has a new tube on it, this 6.547 barrel. I just got done with my load development and my trajectory validation. I loosened the zero stop system on the scope while I was doing that so that I could rotate the turret past zero. I could go any direction I wanted to. The scope over here is actually Jake's new XRS II. This is going to go on, right now it's on the 260 Terminator. It's going to go on his competition rifle, which is a 260 Remington, but we just got that one zeroed yesterday and we're on our way to Wyoming, so we're going to go ahead and set the zero stop on that one as well. Okay, first thing you want to do obviously is zero your rifle. Get that right where you want it. Now you don't have to set this stop right on the zero. You can set it anywhere you want. Now a lot of guys will set their zero stop below the 0 point so that they can rotate the scope even further down in case you want to shoot through a loophole or something and you need to adjust your zero from your normal zero. I'm just going to set this right at my 100-yard zero and leave it alone. So we need to pop this turret knob cap off. You can use a screwdriver, you can use a coin. At Bushnell actually makes a cool little tool with a bunch of other tools built into it. Anyway, you just get that top screw off and take your turret knob cap off. And this is the turret housing, the turret itself, and then this is the Revlimiter disc. You can see it was just loose inside there so that nothing is stopping the turret from moving inside the turret housing. Now it has a step on it that keeps it tight inside the housing, and it also has a pin. So this pin and the corresponding pin in the turret housing are pretty important. What you're going to do is you're going to rotate that around clockwise until the two pins are contacting each other, and then tighten 3 set screws inside this disc. Now these set screws are 1.5 millimeter, the heads on them, so they're pretty small. Now the XRS comes with a hex key, so you can use this one or if you already have your own, but the important thing is to make sure you have that rotated until it's contacting that pin, and then you just use the short leg on the wrench to tighten those down. Now these have a torque value and I can't tell you offhand what it is, but it's pretty small. But if you use the short leg of the hex wrench, you aren't going to hurt it. So I'm just going to snug these up. Now this one's kind of a pain because of my scope level, but there we go. Now it's tightened up. Now that disc can't rotate any further than the pin, and the disc is set screwed to the turret, so the turret itself won't be able to rotate past that point. So we're going to go ahead and put our cap back on, make sure it's right on 0. Tighten up the retaining screw just enough to keep it there, and our zero stop is set. So now no matter where I dial this, it's always going to come back and it's going to stop at 0. Now this is the actual scope that I reviewed for Bushnell on PanhandlePrecision.com, and I ran it pretty hard. I ran it harder than I would, just in an everyday scope, just using it in the field. I wanted to see if I could break stuff on it, and I wasn't able to. This stop will absolutely hold it in place for hundreds. I don't even know how many times I did it, but easily hundreds of times of cramming it right down to the stop. Now the only time I got it to slip is when I didn't put that pin, the two pins, against each other. I purposely left it out about 90 degrees and tightened the set screws down. If you do that, you can get this to slip. The set screws will just start walking around the the edge of that the turret itself. You know, it's made out of bronze or brass or something. It's a soft material, and those set screws will just start slipping a little bit. And within maybe 10 rotations of down to zero, I had moved about 1/10 of a mil. So I stopped doing that and just put it right on the pin like you're supposed to, and hadn't move at all. Anyway, there it is. That's the Revlimiter Zero Stop from Bushnell. Very simple and works very well. Alright guys, that does it. Both these rifles now have their zero stop set, the Revlimiters on the XRS II. Now it's time to put them in the case. We're going to be leaving for Wyoming on an antelope hunt tomorrow morning. For those of you who've been asking about videos, especially reloading videos on this channel, they are all still there. YouTube didn't censor me at all. So if you need anything at all the videos in their original form are all still there. There will be more videos coming. As I was mentioning before, this has a new barrel on it now. I'll probably make a video about 6.5-47 and how I came up with the load that it's shooting. A little teaser. It was stupid simple, very easy. It just started shooting just like the 260 barrel did it before that. So there'll probably be something about that. And then Jake has been shooting in PRS competitions for the last several months. He will be getting his own rifle. For those of you guys saying build that kid a left-handed rifle, he's getting one. That will be done this winter, and it'll probably be covered in a video. He's going to help me with it, and the video will probably cover, you know, how he got started shooting in that, building the rifle itself, coming up with a load for that rifle, and then setting it all up for him. This is his scope, and this scope will be following him right onto that rifle. So anyway, I really like these Bushnell XRS II scopes. They've been, the one I've been running has been solid. It's just been an awesome scope, great glass. You can see that the zero stop system is very simple and effective and easy to adjust. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.